You each have a personal vendetta against the Justice League. Their deaths would serve my goals.
Everybody take what you can and get out.
It's the Justice League.
Say goodnight, Ace.
When Justice League Doom was released in 2012, it instantly stood out as one of the most emotionally charged and thematically rich entries in DC's animated film universe. The movie delivered a storyline that was both thrilling and deeply personal, diving into the vulnerabilities of the world's greatest heroes and exploring what happens when those weaknesses are turned against them. Inspired by the acclaimed comic book storyline JLA Tower of Babel by Mark Waid, the film reimagined the conflict through a modern lens, bringing together a blend of betrayal, strategy, and moral dilemma. Unlike typical superhero films that focus solely on action and spectacle, Justice League Doom delved into the psychology of trust, questioning what happens when the most powerful team in the world discovers that one of their own may be the source of their downfall. The film reunited the beloved voice cast from the Justice League animated series, making it feel like a spiritual continuation of the iconic show that many fans grew up watching. Kevin Conroy returned as the voice of Batman, once again embodying the Dark Knight with his signature intensity and moral depth. Tim Daly reprised his role as Superman, capturing the calm yet commanding essence of the Man of Steel. Susan Eisenberg brought grace and strength as Wonder Woman, while Nathan Fillion added charm and wit as Green Lantern. Michael Rosenbaum, known for his memorable portrayal of Lex Luthor on Smallville, took on the role of the Flash, adding a mix of humor and heart to the character. Carl Lumbly's Martian Manhunter and Bumper Robinson's Cyborg completed the lineup, creating a dynamic ensemble that perfectly balanced power, emotion, and teamwork. At its core, Justice League Doom explored a powerful premise. What if Batman's greatest strength, his strategic mind, became his team's greatest threat? The story begins when the immortal villain Vandal Savage forms a new version of the Legion of Doom, a collection of deadly adversaries who each harbor deep grudges against the Justice League. Using stolen information from Batman's secret files, Savage crafts specific strategies designed to eliminate each member of the League with precision. These plans, originally created by Batman as a safeguard in case any of the heroes ever turn rogue, fall into the wrong hands, transforming from protective measures into lethal weapons. What follows is a series of devastating attacks that push each hero to their breaking point, testing not only their physical limits, but their faith in one another. Superman becomes the target of a deadly kryptonite bullet, a symbolic attack that turns his greatest vulnerability into a weapon of control. Wonder Woman faces a psychological assault when she's tricked into fighting phantom enemies, making her believe the world is filled with endless threats. The Flash is caught in a time-sensitive trap that forces him to keep running or face instant death, a cruel twist on his very identity as a speedster. Green Lantern's willpower is shattered when he's manipulated into believing he's responsible for someone's death, leading him to question his worthiness. Martian Manhunter suffers a terrifying internal attack as his body is set aflame through a chemical reaction, exploiting his fear of fire. Each sequence unfolds with emotional intensity, showcasing how even gods and legends can be broken through cunning and manipulation. What elevates Justice League Doom beyond a simple action story is its focus on trust and accountability. Batman's secret contingency plans reveal the depth of his paranoia and foresight traits that both define and isolate him. When the truth comes out, the team's faith in Batman shatters, forcing them to confront uncomfortable truths about leadership, loyalty, and the fine line between protection and betrayal. The confrontation between Superman and Batman becomes one of the most memorable moments in the film. Superman doesn't lash out in anger, but instead reminds Batman of why the League exists because of trust, friendship, and shared ideals. It's a moment that captures the humanity within the mythic heroes, showing that even gods can be vulnerable to fear, guilt, and doubt. Vandal Savage serves as the perfect antagonist for this narrative, a villain who doesn't just want chaos, but seeks to reshape the world according to his own warped vision of order. His plan to destroy much of humanity and rebuild civilization under his control gives the movie an apocalyptic weight, raising the stakes beyond personal vendettas. The Legion of Doom, featuring Cheetah, Bane, Star Sapphire, Mirror Master, Metallo, and Maleficac, each execute their attacks with ruthless precision, demonstrating how coordinated evil can challenge even the most powerful heroes. The battles are fierce, but the emotional damage cuts deeper than any physical wound. As the League regroups and begins to counterattack, the focus shifts from defeat to redemption. Cyborg, the newest and youngest member, becomes the emotional anchor of the story. His journey from outsider to integral teammate mirrors the League's broader message about unity and diversity. By using his technological expertise, Cyborg helps the team uncover Savage's global threat, a plan to launch a massive solar flare that could wipe out most life on Earth. The final act is a race against time, combining intense action with personal reflection. The heroes must not only save the world, but also restore their fractured relationships. The climax is both explosive and introspective. Batman's tactical genius, once questioned, becomes their greatest asset once more as he leads the final assault against Savage's forces. Each hero redeems themselves through courage and selflessness, showing that even when trust is broken, heroism can rebuild it. The team's victory isn't just over the villains, but over their own doubts and divisions. The final moments of the film leave a lasting impression. Batman, ever the lone protector, resigns from the League out of principle, stating that his contingency plans were never meant as betrayal, but as necessity. His reasoning reflects his deep sense of duty and awareness of human imperfection, even within gods. Superman's gesture of friendship in handing him a piece of kryptonite serves as the perfect conclusion, a symbol of mutual trust earned through understanding rather than blind faith. Justice League, Doom succeeds not only as a thrilling superhero film, but also as a character-driven exploration of morality. It examines how ideals like justice and loyalty can clash with fear and control, and how even heroes must face the consequences of their choices. The animation is sleek, with sharp designs that give each action scene cinematic weight. The tone balances tension and heart, reminding viewers that the Justice League's greatest strength isn't their power but their unity. Beyond its story, the film carried emotional weight in another way. It was one of the last projects worked on by Dwayne McDuffie, the celebrated writer and producer behind much of DC's animated universe. His writing brought intelligence, empathy, and realism to superhero storytelling, and Justice League, Doom stands as a fitting tribute to his legacy. McDuffie's script blended comic book spectacle with philosophical depth, creating a narrative that resonates with both longtime fans and newcomers. Since its release, Justice League, Doom has been praised as one of the most mature and tightly written entries in DC's animated lineup. It reaffirmed the power of animation to tell serious, emotionally charged stories that rival live-action films in complexity. The film's pacing, voice performances, and moral themes combine to make it more than just a tale of heroes and villains. It's a reflection on the fragility of trust, the cost of vigilance, and the resilience of friendship. Even after more than a decade, Justice League Doom continues to stand as a benchmark for superhero storytelling. It captures what makes the Justice League timeless, not just their might, but their humanity. The movie reminds us that even the strongest heroes can falter, and that true strength lies not in being invincible, but in rising after being broken. It's a film that speaks to every fan who believes that heroes aren't perfect, but they keep fighting for truth, for justice, and for each other.